I want to talk to you about how I lost 2 stone this year, age 49, nearly 50 this year, going to be 50, lost 2 stone to get ready for a photo shoot this year after Christmas. So in the video, I'm going to cover the nutrition, what you need to eat so that you can be building muscle while you're sleeping, and so that you can be burning fat all day long while you're out and about doing your work and stuff like that. So the nutrition. Then I'm going to talk to you about the cardio that I didn't do. So it's quite shocking for most people, and you'll probably like this, but it's not as much cardio as we think that we need to do. And then I'm going to talk about the training split that I did at the gym, the weight training split that I used to help preserve muscle, build more muscle, and burn more fat, and even expose my abs at 49 years old. And I'll tell you about, the stuff, the statistics that we need to track, and the supplements that we need to take. So let's get into it. So first off, I did a lot less cardio than most people think, and actually did less cardio than I used to do last year. So this year, at the end of last year, we closed our gym down. So that allowed me a lot more time to spend at home with my family, and allowed me to start my day off differently. Once the gym shut down, I had time in the mornings to take my dog for a walk. So me and Bruno have been going for a 45-minute walk in the mornings, and that is getting like 4,500 steps in first thing in the morning. So 4,500 steps walking the dog, really low heart rate, not hard work, can do it every day, really nice getting out in nature, even though it was winter, put a raincoat on, still get it done, the dog don't care. That is a good way to set up the day. It's not spending 60 minutes a day on a treadmill or on a cross trainer or anything like that. You don't have to push that hard at the cardio, just getting them steps in the morning. That is a great way to start the day for us. Yeah, 4,500 steps doing a 45-minute walk, and the rest of my steps just come from day-to-day living, whether you're walking to the car, walking to the shops, or just walking to the toilet and back. That adds up, and it was averaging about 9,000 to 11,000 steps a day. So that was one of the first things that I focused on. Nutrition. We do need to track nutrition, and I was using MyFitnessPal, the food diary app, and I set my calories at 1,900. Now, there's lots of calorie calculators out there that bullshit, really. They don't really know your activity levels, your history, your current. They might ask your weight, but that doesn't account for who you are, what your job is, if it's body fat or muscle that you're carrying, and your history, how old you are. There's so many variables in, and your metabolism. If you've got a fast metabolism, a fast thyroid, a slow thyroid, good gut health, all of this takes into how many calories that you need. So everybody's different. So what I did was started off at a certain amount. As I've been experienced, because I've been doing it for over 15 years, I know what my sort of basic level maintenance calories is. So at 1,900 calories, that for me is a deficit. That means I was losing weight, losing body fat. So that's the first thing you've got to do is calories. Okay, then the most important thing after that in our macros, macronutrients, protein, fats and carbs. The main one that we look for is protein. So most of our clients and myself, we look at 2 times your body weight in kilograms. So, and that's how many grams of protein that we are going for. So I was like 84 kilos, but I was still going with 200 grams. So past the two times body weight, 2 times body weight at least. So I was going for 200 grams of protein, which is over 2 times my body weight, to 84 down to 72 kilos. But I was stuck with 200 grams of protein. Helps to keep you fuller for longer, takes longer to eat. It burns calories, so it's thermogenic. It burns calories just trying to digest it. It keeps your muscle alive, which is the main thing. When you're losing fat, you want to make sure that you don't lose muscle. So protein first. Protein coming from animal food. Protein like eggs, chicken, beef, Greek yogurt, any food, any meat, any fish, and if you need it, if you don't like eating, which I don't have the problem with getting enough protein in because I like eating, but if you do struggle with eating, which some people do, then we can add protein shakes like whey protein or casein shakes, but for me, I didn't need that. Secondly, we look at the carbohydrates, depending on your body fat levels. The fatter you are, generally the less carbohydrates you want, but I was in a phase where I had 10 kilos to lose, not 4 stone, but I was using carbohydrates around my workouts and for dinner. So I'd be having, if on my training days, I'd be having 40 grams of carbohydrates like an hour before my weight training. And then I would also have 40 grams of carbohydrates with 40 grams of protein in my evening meal. Non-training days would be no carbohydrates in the morning, be protein and fats if it was cardio days. But the weight training days be carbs in 1 hour before. Helps to give you extra energy, get the glycogen into your muscles so you don't lose the glycogen that's already in your muscles. Helps you to lift heavier, helps me to get new PBs, helps me to get stronger. So using carbohydrates for pre-workout. Okay, so usual food. A usual day of eating for me would be like this. So wake up in the morning and I'd have 2 or maybe even 3 cups of coffee first thing in the morning while we're just waking up. And that would be with a dash of milk, skimmed milk, but with sweetener, not sugar. Now, as I said, on training days, it would be 40 grams of carbohydrates. And I'd do that in the shape of oats. So it'd be porridge oats, 50 grams of oats with 200 grams of skimmed milk. And we're looking at 40 to 50 grams of carbs there. That'd be 1 hour before my weight training days. That would be pre-workout. If I was not going to do a workout, breakfast would be either nothing. I'd stay fasted until 12 o'clock with just coffees. Or it might be eggs, which would be 3 eggs and 50 grams of egg whites scrambled up in the microwave, 2 minutes in the microwave, bit of salt and pepper, scrambled eggs. So you got plenty of protein in that. That would be on the cardio day. So then the next meal after my training, I go and do my weight training. The next meal after that, I try to get 50-50 split of protein and carbs in my meal after that. So that might be like eggs on toast, or chicken and salad, or chicken or beef, or a tin of tuna. But normally like eggs on toast, which gives you some protein, fats and carbs as a post-workout meal. So you've got protein and carbs, again, to stop you from losing your muscle and to replenish your glycogen stores. Okay. Next meal after that would be an afternoon snack. Again, protein, probably like a tin of tuna with half a chopped up cucumber or half a pepper, or a packet of chicken breast that's already cooked out of Asda. Cooked chicken breast sliced up with, again, cucumber or slices of peppers, and that would just be like an afternoon snack. Again, 30 to 40 grams of protein. Again, as you can see there, we're just making sure that we get protein in every single meal. And then dinner time, after that it would be dinner time. We'd be looking at 50-50 split, again with protein and carbs. Maybe our favorite is a Chinese stir fry, so stir fried veg with ginger and garlic and chilies, soy sauce, and that would be with your protein source, normally chicken, but it doesn't have to be chicken. We get any meat or prawns, and your ginger and that, and then with rice, we just have boiled rice. I think 50 grams of rice, giving us about 40 grams of carbs. So we've got 40 grams of carbs and 40 grams of protein in a nice stir fry and a Chinese flavor, or it could be a curry night, or it could be a bolognese, or it could be a chili con carne. So it could be with rice, it could be with potatoes, or it could be with pasta. After dinner would be a pudding. Maybe 45 minutes later would be 400 grams of Greek yogurt, low-fat Greek yogurt or fat-free Greek yogurt. We normally have that with the 0 calorie vanilla drops, so you're making it taste like ice cream. But you don't have to do that. There's plenty of actually 0 flavor stuff like caramel drops, chocolate drops, and stuff like that. The vanilla one is my favorite. Or it could be done with frozen berries. Just microwave up the frozen berries first, like 50 grams of berries, microwave them up, and then you're making that into a jam, and then you're making that Greek yogurt taste really nice as well. Or you could do it with a square of dark chocolate. Grate up the dark chocolate and put that into it. And if you put them all together, berries, dark chocolate and vanilla, you've got an amazing flavoured pudding, like a McFlurry type flavour pudding. But again, you're looking at 30 grams of protein. And then lastly, after that pudding, would be my bedtime snack would be 1 or 2 squares of dark chocolate, 85% dark chocolate. It's very low in sugar, but it gives you a treat. You know, you're wanting that treat, so it gives you that treat. It's got good polyphenols in it. It's good for you. It's low in sugar. gives you that psychological boost. I'd have a square of dark chocolate and also a cup of Options hot chocolate, which is just made with water. So there's 40 calories. There's nothing in it. It's not like a proper cup hot chocolate made with milk and stuff like that. It's low calories, nice chocolatey treat. Serotonin release in the brain helps me to wind down and get ready to go to bed and get my 6, 7, 8 hours sleep. So that is a usual day of eating for me. 3 litres of water. We look at like 1 litre of water per 25 kilos of body weight. So I'd be looking at 3 litres of water, trying to get that in. Your coffee and your tea does add towards it. Alcohol does not add towards your water intake because alcohol is a dehydrator rather than a hydrator. And yes, Pepsi Max or Coke Zero or Sprite Zero or Fanta Zero, something like that, is okay. It's 0 calories, 0 sugar, and it's hydration. So yeah, you can have them. Do not think that aspartame is going to cause you any problems. It's not. You need a Coca-Cola lorry full of Coca-Cola. You'd need to drink fucking 4 of them for it to start affecting you. But that's how much aspartame you need for it to be bad for you. So next up, we're looking about what training I did. Okay, yes, we did have to do some training. If we want to get some muscle, we want to look good for a photo shoot, training is important. And so my split was a push, a pull and a cardio day. So i.e. I'll do push, chest and triceps on a Monday. I'll be pulling like biceps and back on a Tuesday, and then Wednesday would be the cardio day, no weights. Push and pull and cardio. On leg day, didn't really do a leg day. I would do leg extensions and leg curls at the beginning of my push day. So the only legs that I did, and this is because I've got a spinal cord injury from when I broke my neck in 2021, which you can click on another video if you want to see about that, how I recovered from being paralyzed. But I've got spinal cord injury down my left legs, so don't do many squats and deadlifts. It doesn't benefit me that much anymore. So leg extension, leg curls, just getting them in there, isolation moves at the beginning of the chest day or push day. So push on a Monday, pull on a Tuesday, cardio, zone 2, low intensity on a spin bike on a Wednesday, then again, push, pull, cardio, push, pull, cardio. So that's a push, pull, cardio split. That's the way that I went through it. All my training is done within about 60 minutes. After 55 minutes, your adrenaline starts turning to cortisol, so it starts to negate. You don't need to spend 2.5 hours in there. You don't need to spend 2 to 3 hours out running ultra marathons all the time. It's not that beneficial for you. 60 minutes is enough. 45 minutes is probably enough. 60 minutes is perfect. That's what I felt like I like to do. And if you want to see the actual split and the actual training program, then you can comment or have a look on the link in the description. 4-week workout in the description. Just click on that and you can download that 4-week free coaching program. That's in the description. Just click on the link and we'll send it straight to you. And then the next part, we have to look at the statistics. So I did it over 9 weeks, 10 weeks. So tracking the stats over that. So first of all, in the weight training, making sure that I was doing a little bit more, trying to lift a little bit heavier, 1 kilo heavier or 1 rep more than I did last time. So you're progressively getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then the other stats, obviously we're measuring the stats of the calories and the macros in my fitness pal every single day, making sure we're having the calories right. But my dinners and stuff were pretty similar, so it's quite easy for me, but it's good. And I've been doing it for 15 years, so I got good at using my fitness pal, but also good at knowing what is in types of different types of food. Is it protein or fats or carbs? I get a good idea of that because I've been doing it for over 15 years, but it's good to start using it religiously until you understand your foods a lot better and your body a lot better than when you start out. So the next thing we track, I weigh in every single day, get up in the morning, have a piss and then weigh in. That's when you're going to be your lightest. Do it every single day so it's top of your mind. It doesn't mean that every day is going to be lighter. Some days you're going to be more hydrated from salt or carbohydrates, so you might weigh more, or you might not have been to the toilet properly the day before, so you could be full of shit. So it's not that every day you're going to get lighter, but you'll weigh in every day, and then one day that week will be your best day of the week, and that's the stat that you're taking. So have you got 1 kilo down in that week? If so, brilliant. The calories is correct. and the training is correct and your steps is correct and your cardio is correct, keep doing the same thing. If it doesn't work, then we need to adjust your calories and adjust your macros or increase your cardio. So there's the levers that you have to pull. But for me, it just kept on working perfectly like that. Weighing every day, and making sure I was losing a kilo, measuring the waist once a week at the same day every week, making sure that that is not getting bigger and ideally hopefully getting smaller if you've got inches to lose, and then doing a photo, one from the front, one from the side and one from the back, once a week, doing your photos in front of a plain wall from the same distance with the same lighting, so you can just assess them photos every week. Keeping an eye on your weight, keeping an eye on your waist, keeping an eye on your photos, okay? These are the stats that you need to do, as well as making sure you're getting your steps in. Every phone has got a step tracker in it now. If you haven't got an Apple Watch or a Whoop Band or a Fitbit, even your phone has got a step tracker in it. So just making sure we're getting them steps in. Okay, so nearly there, basically wrapping up. That's what I went through. The only other thing is supplements. Don't really recommend loads of different supplements. There's a few that we take. Omega-3 and vitamin D. There's links in the descriptions of ones that we use from Amazon. They are 2-in-1, so they save you money. But most people are low in these anti-inflammatories, omega-3 and vitamin D, and magnesium. Magnesium at bedtime helps you to sleep. There's a normal one that we get from Amazon, which is a 3-in-1. Take that at bedtime to help you sleep. Wake up in the morning with your eggs or any fat that you're eating. You take your omega-3 and vitamin D at the same time as eating fat, so that your body will absorb them properly. Other one is zinc. Creatine monohydrate, take 10 grams of that a day if you're doing gym, so it helps you to get stronger. There's now new evidence also that it's good for your brain health as well, so it's probably just a good idea to start taking creatine. Maybe ladies 5 grams, guys 10 grams a day. Just take it in the morning when you drink your water, when you take your first glass of water in the morning, when you take your supplements, take the creatine. Yep. And that's it for supplements. Nothing really else. There's thousands of different supplements out there, but the whole industry is a bit of a scam industry. It's not regulated, so they can say what they want to say. They do studies on ants or mice and then say that it relates to humans when it's not been tested on humans. It's not counted as food by the British Nutrition Foundation or FDA in America. So because it's not classed as food, they don't have to go through the rigorous tests that food does, so they can come out with claims that don't really do what they say they're going to do. So I don't recommend other stuff unless you have a blood test and it shows that you're lacking in stuff. Then you might need to take iron, vitamin B vitamins and stuff like that, but you need to take blood tests to see if you need them. So to wrap that up, yeah, you can see the photos there, my before photo and after photos just up here. I did that at 49, going on 50 years old. Remember, I didn't even start doing exercise until I was 33, when I had to do it because I ended up with type 2 diabetes because of my lifestyle back when in my 20s. I ended up with 4 stone overweight and I got type 2 diabetes. So I ended up reversing my type 2 diabetes, losing that 4 stone back then. This is the second time I've had to do it. This time I did it at 49, which is 5 years after I broke my neck and I was paralyzed. So during the recovery of that, from being paralyzed and learning how to walk again, learning how to swim and learning how to use weights again, during that time I got obviously out of shape and put on a couple more stone again. So this time I did it again, but aged 49. If you want to watch the other videos there in my homepage, you can see where I broke my neck in 2021, and you can see how I reversed type 2 diabetes 15 years ago now, 2006 I think, or 2011. Long time ago. But yeah, you can see them videos there. Thanks for watching. So this is why my split was done like that, push, pull and cardio, because I've got left side spinal cord injury still, which from what I've recovered, but it's still there on my left hand side. I've got spasticity in my shoulder, spasticity in my left tricep and in my left hip and left leg. So there's limited stuff that I could do. So if I can do it, anyone can do it, man. There's no excuses. And if you need help, just reach out. And if you want free stuff, go to the description in here, and there's links. You've got free workouts, free advice, how to lose 4 stone, how to reverse diabetes. It's all in there. plenty of free stuff. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.